It is now time for What's Hot, where we talk about the stories that have everybody talking.
We're joined today by Tracey Johnson from Tempo Milwaukee, and Jeff Wagner is back. A new study shows tens of thousands of children have gone to the ER with injuries involving a baby bottle, a sippy cup, pacifiers. Experts say the problem is with parents not weaning their children soon enough. So are American parents being lazy, and do they rely on pacifiers, bottles, etc. to comfort kids?
Wow. I probably would have had a stronger opinion before I had children, but literally, pacifiers, they're for me, not for my child.
They work wonders, don't they?
They do. Yeah, but as far as the age, what's appropriate, I don't know. If it's 2 or 3 or 1, I think it's up to the child and the parent to determine that with each other.
Pediatricians will tell you wean off the bottle, though, by 1, because when you have a kid walking around holding a bottle constantly, especially if there's juice in it, even a sippy cup, it damages their teeth. It's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, but you know, this is this whole thing. It all goes back to this notion that we're trying to bubble wrap kids nowadays. And the reality is you just can't. I mean, you know, okay, so the kid cuts himself on a pacifier or whatever, or that it pushes the teeth out a little bit. Look, you know, we all grew up doing these types of things. And I think parents know what the right time is, or the kids simply outgrow these things. But this idea that, oh, we've got to protect children because, you know, this bad thing can happen or that bad thing can happen, you know, we can't bubble wrap people.
I have to tell you, I'm more worried about like the wall and the door, because he keeps banging his forehead on those. I think the pacifier would not be as bad of an injury.
I have a question for the two moms in the room. I mean, how much do you trust your own instincts? And how much do you go by all this pop psychology that's out there about how to be a good parent?
Instinct.
Instinct, 100%. Especially, I think about when my son was walking. I know people were saying, oh, they should walk by a year or so. I mean, my son was a little after a year, and I started getting this complex after a while. And it's just, you have to do what's right. And potty training is next. So I'll let you know how that goes.
That's the next hurdle. Yeah, my son started walking at 10 months, and I was hoping for later than a year, because, you know, I've already got 2 months of chasing under my belt.
Yeah, so there really isn't a right answer, and I think you would see these numbers go up as the children get older, just because they're more mobile. And
sippy cups, I think sippy cups are one of the greatest inventions in mankind.
You want one? Yeah, I have some extras. I'll bring you one.
We use them. I'm surrounded by children. We use them quite frequently, so the stuff doesn't spill. I'm a big fan of sippy cups.
He has a sippy cup. Now, if you don't fall, because that straw's going to go right back in your throat. Now.
Got to be careful.
You're going to help that research.
All right. Coming up next, Time and Newsweek appear to be in a battle to have the most shocking cover ever. We're going to talk about the Newsweek cover now that dubs President Obama the first gay president next. Milwaukee and Jeff Wagner from News Radio 620 WTMJ. Well, I believe it was Bill Clinton who was dubbed the first black president. Now Newsweek is calling Barack Obama the first gay president. This is their cover this week, right after the president announced his support of gay marriage. Is this cover inappropriate?
No. I mean, here's the bottom line. These magazines like Time and Newsweek and all these, they are really, really, really struggling in today's market. These places are hemorrhaging money, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to push the envelope. That's why you saw the magazine cover with Time last week with the 3 or 4-year-old kid who was breastfeeding. This is controversial. It's designed to try to sell magazines. Is it inappropriate? No, I guess I don't think there's anything about it that bothers me in that regard. It's a takeoff on the Bill Clinton thing.
Well, yeah, and mission accomplished, I guess, for the magazines. But going back, I'm not so sure that the Obama campaign actually realized it was going to take off in this direction. I'm just not sure, listening to all the controversy that's surrounding it.
I think my opinion of this is I don't think this is what President Obama expected after, he said his piece last week. This is not something he envisioned, and it does feel like these two magazines are now trying to one-up each other.
And, Courtney, and I think you're exactly right. I mean, this position, the public position, I think was forced on him when, Vice President Biden kind of, let the cat out of the bag earlier, because from a political perspective, the jury is really out as to whether this is a winning issue or not. I mean, it's helping him raise money in Hollywood, but in a lot of these swing states, the polls show that voters overwhelmingly oppose this. Now, will that drive people to vote? Who knows? The jury's out. But I'm not sure that he wants this to be front and center right now.
Well, and there's still a lot of time between now and the campaign when the issues of the economy and jobs and international issues can really take shape. So we'll see.
Third topic, a list of 2011's most popular baby names. is out there, and they're pretty traditional. Sophia, Isabella, and Emma, top 3 names for girls. Jacob, Mason, and William, top 3 for boys. What do you think about the names of this next generation?
Okay, here's what I think is the one scary thing about this. Like, for example, the name Mason, which is second on boys, a lot of people attribute that to the fact that Courtney Kardashian, that's the name of her kid.
Oh, it
if
is?
we are, that's what they're, I mean, that's what, if we
know.
are naming kids after the Kardashians, you know, this world's going to you-know-where in a handbasket.
A lot of people do celebrity baby names, like they take them for their own.
Well, yeah, the thing that struck me about this list, I was actually pleasantly surprised given all the blue ivies and the apples and the nouns and verbs that we have out there, because it tells me that parents are actually thinking about naming their kids names that will be respected as adults. And that's what really stood out to me, because I hear all these kind of quirky little names, and I don't know, rubs me the wrong way.
I'm in the George Costanza camp here.
Oh.
Best baby name, 7.
7.
7.
That was my name.
It's my name.
Okay, but here's the deal. How do we feel that there's, on this top 10 list, both guys and gals, there's no Steve, there's no Jeff, there's no Courtney, there's no Tracy. Have we been left by the side?
I'm fine
wayside?
by that.
We're
I'm fine
unique
with
now,
that.
Jeff.
Just like everyone else, right? But you got Michaels and Ethans and Jacobs, and those are traditional, and they'll be on that list for 10 years to come.
It's cyclical. It rotates.
And we'll
They're
see.
on, they're off.
And we'll see, you know, what the next Kardashian names their kid, and then we'll know that'll be on the list.
I believe that's going to be a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're taking a quick